This is Marloomz Creations, and today I'm going to show you how to make stitch on your loom from Lilo and Stitch. Today is a single loom design, and the colors that I use on stitch are Rainbow Loom's pink and ocean blue. I'll show you. This is Rainbow Loom's ocean blue, and that will be the darker blue. And for the middle of his belly and on his face, I use Rainbow Loom's neon blue, and that would be the lighter blue in the middle. So if you don't have these colors, you can just use a darker shade and a lighter shade in the middle. And for his hands or his fingernails, I use black bands. So you're going to need pink, a dark blue, a light blue, and black. For the pink, you're going to need 26 bands. For the black, you will need about 18. For the outside, the ocean blue, you're going to need 88 dark blue, and then for his belly and his face, it will be around 50 neon or light blue. Now for today, I'm going to be using 2 small pony beads, and for his nose, I will be using a larger pony bead. I think it looks really cute like that. If you don't have pony beads, I will show you as we get to that part for his eyes and nose what you can use, so don't worry if you don't have beads. So gather your supplies, and then I will show you the first step. So the first step is I'm going to show you how to make Stitch's arms and his legs, and I'm going to show you how to make one arm and then one leg, and then you have to do the other on your own. To make his arm, you're going to first gather some of your black bands, and you can use your loom. I'm going to show you how to do it on the loom or on the hook. If you want to do it on the hook, what you do is you take one single black band and you wrap it around your hook 4 times, and then you are going to grab the dark blue, the blue that is on the outside of Stitch, and then you're going to wrap it around itself, and you are going to transfer these bands onto that doubled over blue band, and then take the loop and place it on your hook, and that is 1 finger, and then we would do that 3 more times to make 4 altogether. You can do that on your hook. If you don't want to do it on your hook, you can do it, you can do it on your loom. So what you do is you take a single blue and you wrap it around itself, and you are going to place it on 2 pegs, and then take a single black and wrap it around that hook 5 times. And then you would take your hook, push back those black bands, grab the bottom blue, and loop forward. Now, just so that these don't break, you want to take it off slowly so that your black bands don't pop. And then that would be your second fingernail. So it's your choice if you want to do it on the hook or the loom. So now I'm going to do the rest to show you how to finish. So we did 2, so now I'm going to do 2 more. Take a single, wrap it around 5 times, and then again a single blue on 2 pegs, make sure they're not connected, and then a black band and wrap it around 5 times. And then you reach in and you grab the blue and loop forward, and the same here. I prefer to do mine on the hook only because I feel like the fingernails come out neater looking. If you can see what I mean, here's the one I did on the hook. It's a lot neater, and this one you can fiddle with it and fix them, but I happen to like the way they look on the hook. But it's again your choice. So once you have 4 on your hook, you are then going to grab another single blue, and you're going to wrap it around itself, and you are going to transfer each one of those onto that band. So you're going to slide them up. And then be careful, grab the loop and place it on your hook. So it should look like this. And then you are going to grab 3 blue bands, the same color matching the one that you used, and then you're going to slide that through. And then grab the other loop. That is one of Stitch's feet, just like this. So this is what the feet look like. And then you can carefully remove it, and it should hold. And you can place that to the side. So you want to make one more of these because that is his feet. And for his arm, it's a little different. It's just a couple more bands. Again, I am going to this time make his arms on the hook because I just prefer it that way. So I'm going to take a single black and wrap it around itself, and take a single blue and transfer these on here. Take your hook and grab that loop, and see it comes out neater. Again, a single black, wrap it around 4, a single blue, and then grab the other loop. And then you're going to make another 2 more. Pull that over. And then one left. Single blue wrapped around. And again, transfer that over. So now you should have 4 all together, and then you're going to grab another single blue, wrap it around itself, and you are going to transfer every piece onto that doubled over band. Slide them on. Be careful, take the hook and grab the other loop. And see the difference? Here's the one that we made on the loom, and this is the one on the hook. I happen to prefer the way the one on the hook looks. And then to make, this is the arm now. To make the arm, you are going to grab 3 bands at a time, slide it through, and grab the other loop. Again, another 3 bands. Slide it through, grab the other loop, and then another 3 bands. Slide them through and grab the other loop. So this is one arm, and then the leg is just the 3 bands. So you're going to make another set of this one and another set of his arm. And once you have done that, then we will move on to the next step. So now the next step, after you have made the second arm and second leg, is that the second step is we are going to make his ears. So to make his ear, you're going to grab pink bands and your dark blue or ocean blue, the color of the outside, and you're going to make sure that your loom is set up in the stagger configuration, and grab a single blue band, and you're going to place it on these 3 right here, like that. And then you're going to grab another 2 blue bands, and you're going to place 2 here. So this was a single, and these are double, and then another 2 here. And now we are going to switch to our pink. Place 2 pink here and 2 here. then another 2 here, and another 2 here. Grabbing another 2 bands, you are going to place them on these 3 pegs right here. And then you're going to grab a single pink and wrap around this peg 4 times. Then grab another single pink, tie it around itself, and place it on these 3. And then another single pink, wrap it around itself, and place it on these 3. And then you're going to grab your hook, and before we loop that, actually, let's make another one. Since we need 2 anyway, let's just make the other. So grab a single blue, and on these 3, as long as they're not connected, place it on those 3. And then 2 blues here, 2 here. Now switching to our pink bands, 2 pink here, 2 here, another 2 here, and 2 here. Grabbing another 2 pink and put on these 3. A single wrapped around this peg 4 times. A single pink wrap around itself on these 3. And another single pink wrapped around itself on these 3. Now, before we loop these, if you have a spare hook, you might want to get that, because the ears will fall apart if you put them to the side. So what I did is I have the skewer and I broke them in half and I just stick my little pieces on there. But if you have a thin pen or something you can place them on, that's a good idea. So let's loop these. Let me lose this one. You're going to reach in under the cap band, and there should be 2 bands. You're going to just grab one first and bring it to the left or to the right, it doesn't matter. Then grab the other one and bring it to the other side. So that's what yours should look like so far. Then reach in here, grab these 2 and loop it forward. Push the triangle band down. Reach in here, grab the bottom 2, loop forward, and reach in here. And make sure when you reach in here you're pushing the triangle band back. Grab the bottom 2, loop forward. Same here, push back, loop forward. Pushing this band back, the pink, and grabbing the 2 blue and looping forward. Same on this side. And then when you get to this part, it's just a single blue, bring it to the middle peg. Again, single blue, bring it to the middle peg. And then you can take a spare hook. I'm just going to put it on here and rip it off slowly. So that's one ear. And now we can loop the other. Again, reaching in under the cap band. There are 2 bands, and you're just going to grab just one, and you can bring it to the left or to the right, it doesn't matter. And then reach in, grab the other, and bring it to the other peg. Just push the triangle band down. So once you have looped to the left and to the right, you're going to reach in, grab the bottom 2, loop forward. And the same over here, grab the bottom 2 and loop forward. And again, making sure you push that triangle band back, and then reaching the bottom 2, looping it forward, push that triangle band back, loop forward. Same here, you should be grabbing the 2 blue bands, and same here. And then once you get to these 2, you're going to grab just a single blue, bring it to the middle, single blue, bring to the middle. And then you can place them on a spare hook. So those are the ears that belong to Stitch, and we have completed his arms, his legs, his ears, And all we have to do now is begin his actual body. So to begin his body, we are going to start with the dark blue bands, or the ocean blue from Rainbow Loom. And make sure your loom is set up in the staggered configuration. And you're going to grab 2 dark blue bands and place them here, like that. And then another 2. 2 here. And 2 here. And then you are going to switch to your light color, the one that you want the middle of his belly to be. And you're going to place those right here and right here. So this is what yours should look like so far. And then switching back to the ocean blue, or the dark blue color. And then again, grabbing 2 light blue and bringing them to the middle. And these 2 as well to the middle. For the middle row, it's grabbing 2 dark blue, another 2, another 2, and then these last 2 are going to be the light blue. If you want, now you can take his ears and you can place them on this peg right here, which is the second on each row. Just to get them out of the way. And now let's begin the rest of his body. So still with the light blue, you're going to place 2 here. And then 2 to the left and to the right. And then you are going to, using the same color, go down 4 times on each side. So there's 4 here. You're going to do the same on this side. And you want to push them down. So there's 4 on each side, and now you're going to do the middle. And you're going to go down 4 times as well. So you should have went down 4 times on each row. And then you're going to grab 2, and on this peg you're going to place it to that peg on that side. Again, from the middle to this peg right here. So this is what your setup should look like so far. And now you are going to grab 3 dark blue bands, the color that you want the outside of your stitch to be. And then you're going to place 3 here. You're going to do the same thing on this side, 3 here. You're going to push all of that down. And now we're going to make the outside of his belly, so we need extensions. To do that, you're going to grab your dark blue bands, 2 at a time, And you're going to place 2 here, and you're going to overlap. Another 2 here, another 2 here, and then another 2 here. And you're going to stop. You're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to stop here. You're not going to add another one over here. So 2 here on this side, another set of 2, another set, and then another set. So just 4 sets. Once you have done that, you are then going to take a single band and wrap it around 3 times on this peg and on this peg. A single band wrapped around 3 times. Then you are going to take another single band, this color, the color of the outside, and you're going to make a triangle band on these 3. On these 3. And on these 3. So you just need a triangle band on 3 sets. This one, and this one, and make sure it looks like that. Once you have done that, we're going to loop this first row. We're not touching the lighter color underneath. You're going to reach in under that cap band that we wrapped around only 3 times and grab the top blue bands and loop it forward. If you want, you can push the triangle bands down. That way it makes it a little easier. Now we're reaching into this peg right here, and you are pushing the triangle band back, grabbing the 2 dark colors and looping that forward. Same thing here, push back that band, grab the 2 top bands, loop forward, and the same here, grabbing these 2 and loop forward. And then we can do the same thing on here, but I'm going to show you first that what I do is we're going to remove this layer and place it to the outside. Take your thumb and just make sure you hold on here just so that it doesn't pop off. And we're taking our finger and popping the entire top row off except for this. We're not removing this band from this peg or this band. So the top and the bottom do not remove. Start from the second and pop it up and bring it to the side. And then, so when I did that, 2 got removed, which is okay. And now on this one, pop it up and bring it over. So you can see what's happening here. You're going to bring that over, and it still should look like a triangle band. So if this band goes up, it's incorrect. It should look just like a triangle band still. And what you can see, I have not removed these bands from this peg. You want that to stay there, and you want these bands to stay here. So now let's loop this side. You're going to again reach in where the cap band that we wrapped around 3 times, grab the top blue bands and loop forward. Reach in under the triangle band, pushing it back, grab the 2 blue bands, loop forward, again. So now we have looped just the top row and we left alone the bottom. And we're going to do the same thing, just put your thumb there to make sure that doesn't pop off. And take your finger and pop it off and place it to the side. Again on this one. So you're popping off 3 and placing it over to the side, and you have left alone this band here, and you definitely don't want to remove this one from this peg. So yours should look like this. Once you have done that, you can add his arms. His arms are the one that are longer. And you can place the arm on this peg and push them all down. And mine are slippery because these are the jelly bands. No. They are a lot of bands, so just push them all the way down. And then the feet will go. Make sure when you put them on that you are grabbing 6 bands. There should be 6 altogether. Place it on here. And place it on here. Now the original Stitch, his legs were longer, but I was looking at a photo of him and his arms are actually longer than his legs. His legs are short. So I'm going to make this shorter. It's going to stay like this. If you want yours to look like the original one, a little longer, what you have to do is just add another 3 bands. You can just add another 3 to your leg, and then you can add this right here to this peg. I'm just going to make it short because I like to try to make it look more like his photo. Those are his legs and his arms, and we are going to now start with the cheek, the nose, the eyes. We have to make a little cheek extension. So for the cheek extension, for the cheek, you're going to first grab your lighter color and you're going to wrap it around your hook 3 times, and then you're going to grab another 2 and you're going to transfer that onto your double bands, and then just grab the loop. And then you're going to grab the ocean blue or your darker blue, and you're going to pull that through those 2 and place it on your hook. That's one cheek extension. You can do that again. Take a single blue, wrap it around 3 times. The same color, another 2. And you're going to pull it onto those 2, grab the other loop, and then followed by 2 dark blue, pull it through, and place it on your hook. So these are 2 cheek extensions, and you're going to place the double blue on this peg, which is 1, 2, 3, the 3rd peg down on each side. And then you're going to take your hook and go through those 3 loops that we wrapped around only 3 times and place it on the peg below it. The same on this one. So the same for this side. You're going to take the blue bands, place it on this peg right here, which is the 3rd peg down. Take your hook and put it through the 3 bands that we wrapped around only 3 times, the cat band. And then place it on the peg underneath it. And this is what your extensions should look like. Once you've done that, you can take a single blue band and place a triangle band right here before we forget on those 3. And now we are going to make the eyes and the nose. I'm going to show you how to make the eyes first using rubber bands in case you don't have beads. So if you don't have beads, you are going to take a single black band and you're going to wrap it around your hook 4 times. And then you are going to grab the lighter color, your lighter blue, a single, and transfer those black bands on to that blue band like that. Once you have done that, you should have something like this. You should have something like this, and then you're going to take your hook and place the loop on your hook, twist the loop. So you're twisting the band and taking the hook and putting it through. Then you should have something that looks like that. Take this loop, place it on your hook, twist it also, place your hook through it. And that is one eye. You're going to do that again. Take a black band, wrap it around your hook 4 times, grab a lighter blue, transfer the black bands onto that band, and while your loop is still on your hook, you're twisting it, taking your hook and going through, place the loop, this loop onto your hook, and wrapping it around and then placing it back on. So there's 2 loops here, 2, 2, 2. So that's what it should look like. So that's both of the eyes. And then you are going to grab a dark color, the ocean blue, the dark color that's the main color of your stitch, and transfer these one by one. I grab the 2 bands at a time just so that it's neat. So 2 and 2, and then I slide it down because that's his eye. And then another 2 and the other 2. And this is your eyes, and you would place this setup on this peg right here and this peg, the same peg as the ear. Then you would separate the eyes, open the band in the middle, and the top band goes on the peg above right here, and that would be your stitches, eyes. And now for the nose, I used another shade of blue because his nose is blue. You can use a different shade of blue that doesn't maybe match the outside. And what I did was you take the band and you wrap it around 4 times, and then you take the same color that matches the nose, wrap it around itself, transfer that onto that band right there. So you should have something like this. Take your hook and put the hook through that loop, and that's what you should have so far. And then taking the color that matches now your outside of your stitch, your main color of your stitch, you take a single band and you pull it through, and it should look like that. And then that's your nose, and you would place that on here like that. And that would be your nose, and that would be your eyes. But for today I am going to be using beads, and so I'm going to show you. For the bead, it's very simple. I just take a single band, I put it through my large pony bead, and I place it on these 2 pegs. And that's why I like to work with pony beads, because I just think it makes the project a lot easier. And then for the eyes, it's kind of similar to the way we did the other eyes. You're going to take the lighter color, and this pony bead is smaller than this one. This is a large regular size pony bead, and this is smaller. And then I'm going to do that again. Take my little bead, and once you have done that, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take 1 loop, place it on your hook, twist, place the hook through it. Again, take the loop and wrap it around itself. And that's 1 eye. Again, take the loop, twist it, place the hook through it, grab this loop, twist it around itself. And that is his eyes. And then you're just going to take the color that matches the main color of his body, and you're going to transfer the eyes onto there. So that's 1 eye. Just adjust it if it gets a little messy, and then slide it down, and then grab the other one. This is going to come off. Grab 2 at a time, and then the other 2. And that's the other eye. And then again, you're just going to place it on the same pegs that you have the ears. Just want to fix this one because this one got messy. And then once you have done that, open the middle band and place 1 band on top, the top band on top. So that is the eye and the nose. We have the cheek extension, and we are ready to loop. So to begin to loop, you're going to reach underneath where you have the feet, and you are going to push back all those bands. There should be 6 bands, and then you're going to be grabbing these 3. So reach in and just hold on to the feet, because if you're using the jelly bands, they're slippery too. And you should have looped those 3 bands forward. Again, push back all of the bands, grab the bottom 3. I'm just going to hold on to his feet so they don't fall, and loop those 3 forward. Now you're going to reach in here, and you're aiming to grab these blue bands right here. So you're going to be pushing back these bands as well and grabbing the first set of blue bands. So not the bottom right here, these. I'm just going to reach in and grab those first set of blue bands, the light blue bands, and bringing it to the middle peg. And the same on this side. I'm just going to pull it out so it's easier to see. Reach in, push. You do want to push these blue bands back though, and grab the 2 blue bands and bring it to the middle. So once you have brought those 2 and those 2 to the middle, you're going to re-enter this peg and push back these dark blue bands, grab the 2 bottom light bands, the neon ones, and bring that forward. Same here, reach in, grab the 2 remaining blue bands and loop that forward. Then you're going to reach in here, push back all the bands, and grab the bottom 2 and loop forward. And every time you enter a peg, just push the triangle band back. Grab the bottom 2, loop forward. You can just loop the middle forward. Grab the bottom 2, loop forward. Again, grab these 2. So we've completed all these. You can tell by the teardrop shape. Then you're going to do these in the middle, and then this one. And when you enter the arm, you're reaching for that light blue as well, so you're just going to push all those bands back, grab those 2 light blue bands on the bottom, and bring it to this peg right here. Now I didn't feel any resistance because I have jelly bands, but if you did, you can take your hook and go in a circular motion, and then that will release some of the band tension so it doesn't tear. Again, reach in here, grab the bottom 2, and bring it to this middle peg. See, this one is a little tight, so I'm just going to release it. And now enter this peg. This is where the neck is. You're going to push all those bands back and just grab the bottom 2 and bring it forward. Again, you can take your hook, go in a circular motion to release the tension. When you get to this part, there's 3 sets of bands. You're going to take the very top 2 and mine go forward. And then you're going to take the second set of 2 bands, and mine are going to the left, and then the remaining 2 went to the right. It does not matter the order, but as long as when you pull on it, you can tell where it's going. So now that you've looped these 3, you're going to enter this peg right here and grab the dark blue bands on the bottom. Push all those bands back, grab the bottom 2, and loop forward. And the same here, pushing all the blue bands, the light blue bands back, grab the 2 dark, and loop forward. You can loop the middle. Now if you used bands, you can pop the nose through at the end. I will show you. It's a little easier with the bead, but at the end you can do that. Now reach underneath here, grab the bottom blue, loop forward. The same here. Grab these and move forward. So I looped the middle all the way. Now we're going to enter these two. Push back, grab the light blue, loop forward to where the ear is. Same here. You're going to reach in where the ear is and just grab, push everything back except for the bottom two bands and loop that forward. Same here. And then when you get to the top, you're just going to grab these two, bring it to the middle peg, and these two and bring it to the middle peg. And then you can grab another two to tie it off, or you can, doesn't matter how many you want. The jelly bands are slippery, so just be careful. If you tie it off with a jelly band, it can come undone. I'm going to just use a single for now, and then I'm just going to hide it in the back. So I use a single, and you take your hook, and you enter all the pegs, you enter all the bands, and then you just grab a single and you pull it through, bring both loops on top onto your hook, take this loop, bring it over, and then you can just pull. If you feel uneasy about having just one band, you can do two bands instead. And then you can just take him off of the loom, but I do suggest that you don't yank him. You don't want your bands to be overly stretched. And if you use rubber bands for eyes and nose, you do have to pop his eyes through. So this is what he looks like, and he just needs a little bit of tweaking. So here's the eyes. I'm just going to pop the nose through right now. And then his arms, we have to fix the arms. His arm needs to be under these two blue bands. There's the first two right here. You're going to gently take his arm and place it underneath those two bands. And the same on this side. There's these two blue bands right here. Take the arm and place it through, and just kind of pull on him and adjust him. And his legs too, because they're all wobbly right now. So this is what the stitch looks like. And I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And if, again, I don't know if you chose to make his legs longer or shorter. This is the shorter legs. I kind of like it because in the show his legs are really short anyway. And this is the original, and then this is the new one. So this little loop, you can leave it like that or you can hide it behind. And thank you so much for watching.